Okay. Um, Welcome back to the Outsider's Perspective podcast. I am your boy, Rock the Outsider, here with my hosts, Emeka and Tanya. So today, with it being the holiday season, we're going to talk about holidays inside of prison. So Tanya had a few questions that she wanted to ask us.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to start off today just talking. I thought we could just set the scene of, what it was like for you guys when you were in prison and just kind of talk a little bit about what was the energy leading up to the holidays. I think maybe starting with, Halloween all the way through Thanksgiving. Because that's when, out here things really start to ramp up after Halloween. People are getting excited. The vibes are out.
I
People
think this year Christmas started before Halloween.
That does happen. That has happened recently, yes.
Yeah.
I would say in the last 10 years they start putting Christmas decorations up. So, yeah, what was the atmosphere for you guys leading up to the holidays?
What? The microphone has to be like in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how everyone's feeling. Like in certain dorms, there's certain vibes. Like it might be negative in one dorm, in another dorm, everything might be good. So there's more positive vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
But for the most part, it's on you to make the best of it because the situation is kind of messed up, but you just can't. Like, if you sit around and dwell on it and just make yourself sad, then that's what it's gonna be. So
yeah, and then when you're in a dorm with 94 people in a dorm,
96.
like 96 people in a dorm, it's like everybody is going through it differently, so you never really know what's going on in the next person's head, so it's like one person can be taking it very well and one person can be just like one bad comment away from going over the edge and snapping on somebody. You never.
So I can understand where you guys were. How many dorms were there? And you said there was 96 people per dorm.
Yeah.
How many dorms were there? And were there other areas of the prison that we need to understand so we can talk about the holidays there?
So at Hancock, where we were, there was 4 dorms on the east side and 6 on the west side, and then the whole
4 and 6. So.
Yeah, they were all 96-man dorms. Oh, and then you had the annex. I don't even know. I've never been down there.
So about 1,000 people?
Probably more than that. Probably like 1,500 at Hancock, 12 to 15, something like that.
Okay, and then in the dorms, people were there different periods of time. Didn't have to do anything with the amount of time that you were there. How did they decide which dorms people were in and when?
I have no idea. I mean, they have some sort of classification system, allegedly, but I don't know.
See, there's always 2 systems in there. You have the GDC system,
right,
and then you have the chain gang system.
That's true as well.
So the GDC system has it so like we're housed by your behavior, your time, and things like that, certain criteria. Now, the chain gang criteria is up to whoever works in the intake to put you where they want you. So this dude Jimmy used to work up front, and say I wanted to get Frank moved into my dorm. I would call Jimmy and be like, hey Jimmy, I'll send you $25, Cash App or Green Dot to get Frank into my dorm. So I'd pay him, and he'd go up there where he works, and he'd do the paperwork because we're the ones doing all the paperwork.
Yeah, we do everything.
We do all the books, we do all that stuff. So we get him to assign whoever to a specific norm, and he'll do it. So legally, I told you there's criteria for the GDC that they have to go by, but ultimately, in the end, in reality, it's up to the inmates, the ones who run that prison, because we literally run the prison.
Well, it depends on which prison you're at, too. It's different. Just like things differ from dorm to dorm, they differ from prison to prison. So you have some prisons that are more inmate run, and then you have some where like the staff are like it's by the book.
Yeah. Well, where we were at a maximum security prison.
Yeah, where we were at together, it was maximum security prison, but I don't know, man. It was like there was times where there wasn't any guards there.
Yeah, because you have inmates that work for these people.
Yeah.
Sometimes a situation might happen in a dorm, and there's this warden. I don't even want to give him the fame, but yeah, George Ivy. He was known. He's feared around the prison. He's this old, frail man, who can't do anything to you, but everyone's afraid of him.
Yeah.
He would come around, and wait. Yeah, no, I kind of forgot what I was about to say.
Right.
That's okay. No, we were talking about how many people are in the dorms and getting switched from the dorms. Because ultimately, I'm curious if around the holidays you were around people who have maybe been there for like a week or a month, because you've got all these people in one dorm who are, approaching the holidays and in different headspaces based on their time and what events have occurred. But it sounds like people, in the dorms, it's not based on years. So you have people with, like you were trying to say, with varying mindsets coming into the holidays.
Right.
Every year would be different depending on who's in your dorm.
Yeah, for the most part.
Now there wasn't anybody that just been there for a week or two. Like these people have all been in
yeah,
prison.
they've been in at least a few months. You know.
Okay, so what? There was for a reminder. I think you were there for 10 years in various different facilities, and then you were there for 13 years.
Yeah.
And so I know it'll be impossible to talk about every year in the atmosphere, but just to give the listeners a general sense of what it felt like leading up to the holidays. You said it was different, but
yeah. So you have like up front, like what we were talking about last week. Up front on the walk, where all the multi-purpose room, the library, the education room, all that. They try to like decorate it, and get us into the holiday spirit and stuff like that. But I mean, gotta sneeze.
Bless you. Did that work? The decorations? Did it make you guys feel a sense of time?
I think the decorations were just for visitors.
Yeah, I don't think that was really for us.
Yeah, anytime they put anything up or try to clean up the prison, make it look nice, that means someone's coming to visit.
Yeah, because they never, we didn't decorate the dorm, The decorations were all up front, like where people would see it.
Now, there was that one time where we had to decorate the dorm when the program started.
Oh, well, that was different. We were, painting the dorm to make it appropriate, I guess. Try to make it look like they're using the program funds for good, and in reality,
putting it in their pockets.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just start with Halloween then. What did Halloween look like in the...
Halloween, and not too many, they don't really do anything for Halloween because it's not really looked at as a holiday as far as like missing work or anything like that. Yeah. So the guards might say Happy Halloween, or someone might bring candy or something.
You might have a guard come in with like a costume on or something like that, or like the counselors. The counselors usually would dress up they would be more of the type of people to participate in that. But it's crazy because they would do stuff at the prison for the people that work there, but not for the inmates. So they might have a Halloween party up front, or they might have a dinner up front, and all the staff can go up there and eat. And a couple of the good old do boys that are in the prison, they might be able to go up there and steal themselves a plate or two.
What does that mean? What'd you say? Good old
the do boys,
the warden's assistants, and the people who the inmates that have the privilege of being around I don't see it as a privilege, but they have a privilege of being around the staff, so they can work in and get friendly with them, and they bring them extra food and they let them take food back.
Okay. So Thanksgiving, did you guys get any special food then for Thanksgiving?
If that's what you want to call it, dude. The Thanksgiving tray is weak.
We always get turkey on Thanksgiving. A slice
we'll
of
get a slice of turkey.
Deli turkey.
And
it's a thick slice,
okay. Think of have you ever seen the big logs of bologna that you have to run through a slicer? Yeah. It's like turkey meat. It's like turkey meat in water compacted into a tube, and they slice it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes,
Did you get bigger servings on Thanksgiving than you would normally? Or were servings always limited, by the way?
Look, yeah.
It depends on what it is.
It depends on who's working too, yeah.
That too.
Now, on Thanksgiving, when I was getting closer to come home, it's so much stuff was happening, as far as us getting things in and everybody having food and different things. So a lot of people didn't go to chow. So last year, the last Thanksgiving I was there, a lot of us didn't go to chow.
Yeah,
So if you did go to chow, then you're bringing back a bunch of stuff because nobody cares to go up there because we have food in the dorm.
Was that because so you were getting things delivered to you for food, so you were cooking in your dorm in your
Yeah.
cells?
Yeah.
Yeah, cooking
And-
stuff like off commissary or usually have a package that comes. It's a quarterly package you get every 3 months, and you save stuff from that for holidays, specifically for cooking with.
Does that is that allowed, or
Yeah,
you
the
guys were having to
package-
hide the
No,
cooking?
so like the package food that you get, like your family or whoever on the outside can order it for you. It comes every 3 months, 4 months, something like that. It's quarterly.
Yeah, quarterly.
And that's they have specific things that they can.
Yeah, so there's a website that they go and it's just like you can get $100 or 15 pounds of stuff, whichever comes first.
That's the limit.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you would communicate with people to send you stuff, and you would tell them, "This is what I want. I'd
Yeah,
rather have all these things than the 15 pounds."
So for me, I kind of started to get strategic with it because like there was a point in time where I like stopped asking my family for money, but my mom would always like make sure you tell me when the package is coming because I want to make sure you get one. So like I kind of started to get strategic with like ordering it because it's like it all depends on what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people that take packaged food and they're gonna go pay for whatever their vice is. You have
smoke
some
that shit
people that order packaged food and like strictly I'm cooking. Like this is what this is for. Like I'm about to cook like for however long this package lasts me. We're gonna make a pocket every day or whatever every day. You have some people that get them and give them to other people or get them and trade them for. It's like
you got some that think about hustling and they'll get the little packs of the like Crystal Lights or what do we have the Jolly Rancher drinks?
Like the little instant packs that you pour into like a bottle of water or whatever.
Yeah.
So you could take those. They come in a box of like 8 or 12 or something like that.
Box.
Oh, they did have the 40 pack too.
Yeah.
And you take one and you just put it out on the bench and somebody walk by. If they want it, they'll put a soup or an equivalent item down for one.
And let's be clear about what a soup is. One square block ramen.
Yeah, a ramen noodle soup. Instant block. It's like
they were like 45 cents before we left.
Yeah, they're like 45. It's crazy. They were 45 cents when I left. Yeah. When I got to my first, in the county jail, they were like ridiculously expensive. They're like
dollars.
They're like $1 or something. But when I got to my first camp, they were like 32 cents, and then over the time they just got more and more expensive.
Yeah, 35 when I first started doing time.
Yeah.
So there on Thanksgiving, maybe people in the dorm would all pitch in and cook something different, you would have a abundance of food to eat where you felt full for real, or
And see the way we cook because it's a lot of ramen noodles, chips, rice. It's like stuff that's gonna fill you up. Like it's not a lot of it's just filler food pretty much. Potato chips, ramen noodles, cheese puffs.
And then you'll have something specific for like the main flavor. Like if you're gonna get meat or fish, like they might have tuna
or sardines,
or
you might do summer sausages. You might do salmon.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Wait, salmon would come in those boxes. Oh yeah.
In pouches. Yeah.
Makes sense.
They were ridiculously
sometimes we innovated everything, made everything good.
Yeah,
we made what we needed.
Definitely, you definitely have a sense of community in there just for the fact that these are the people that you wake up and see every day, day in and day out for however long you're there. You know what I'm saying? Faces change because some people go to the hole, people shit, people go home, whatever. But for the most part, in a dorm, there's you have people that have been in the same dorm for 5 years, every day in the same room.
Same room has not gone anywhere.
And you have some people that can't stay and can't stay. They'll be in a dorm and they'll be in this room, then they'll be in this room, then they'll be in this room, and then
they'll be in a whole other dorm.
Yeah. And I'm it's just different.
So, for Thanksgiving.
Deny that.
Just a phone call. Hopefully, we're not on the phone with someone.
No, just swipe up. Keep going. There you go. All right.
So we were talking about Thanksgiving and the food and the changing of the dorms and sharing. So, Okay, so you're cooking the spirit holiday spirits up. People are like ready to have a feast together,
Yeah.
whether they're going to chow or they're doing it in their dorm.
Right.
But you've got 96 people in a dorm, so I assume not everyone in one dorm gets along.
No, there's definitely people that don't get along, but you gotta learn how to live with one another. Like in the dorm, 96 people in the dorm is people in this dorm I probably have said 3 words to, and we've been in the dorm together for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Said 3 words to you. It's like you don't talk to everybody. It's just like out here. I mean, you might see your neighbors that you live around, but you don't talk to all of them. You go to work, you probably don't talk to all your coworkers.
Right.
It's kind of like the same thing.
So, was there ever any problems with cooking on the holidays in the dorm and people taking stuff, or was it for the most part pretty respectful?
Like the only thing that's really like noteworthy is we used to cook summer sausages with rolls of tissue.
Yeah, roll of toilet paper.
We roll the tissue up and we light it on fire, and we put it on the stairs and we cook, like a grill. Well, it didn't harm anyone, and we cleaned the dorm up. So if anything, it's on us to clean the dorm and be ready for inspection. So the staff started complaining about us cooking summer sausages in the dorm. So they took them off the store.
Yeah, but they still have
them. Now they still have them on the package. So people plan to have summer sausages, so they'll buy them off the package because Hancock couldn't stop the package from selling it. But that's one thing. They might come in there and threaten to shake the dorm down if they see smoke, or if they see us cooking summer sausages. You weren't there for that when you left. Like that whole year and a half after you were gone, they were doing all kinds of BS. Little things to pick at us.
They were doing that right before I left.
They literally threatened to shake the dorm down about bombs, and they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So I definitely want to talk about bombs, but you were talking about summer sausage and your cooking technique.
Yeah, and it's crazy how this goes back to economics and how prison is its own economy, because a summer sausage when they were on the store was $2.50, something like that. Off the package, they're well, it depends which kind you get. They have some little $2 ones, $5 ones. They have a $10. They got a big old $10 one, But say you order a package and you just put the stuff in your locker box and you hold on to it for a month, wait for everybody else to not have any. Everybody ate all their package food. Now you have it. Now you can sell it. Dude, what was
3 summer sausages?
3 for $25. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and people are buying it. After COVID hit and everybody got that unemployment money and those stimulus checks, and there was money inside the prison.
Yeah.
And so there were people that didn't mind spending it. It didn't matter. Well, you set your price for whatever you're trying to sell, and it will sell.
Yeah, and I don't know if the world knows this, but the stimulus check that applies to everyone. Even in prison,
yeah, we got.
Doesn't matter who you are. If you're an American, you get the stimulus check.
Everybody in there got a stimulus
Everyone
check.
in prison got the stimulus check. So when the stimulus checks came,
I got 1,200. I got a 12 or no, the 1,500
That's
and
awesome.
a 600 one.
Yeah, 600.
And they send it to you in prison.
I did mine on my phone, so I got
mine
sent to my mom. But everyone else, anyone who didn't do it on the phone, they had actually got letters from the IRS or whoever letting them know that there was a actual court case about this. Someone took it to court.
Yeah, because
they were letting us know that we
won and we can get we can get the stimulus checks. A lot of people if you went through the traditional methods, a lot of money. Yeah, in prison.
No.
I mean, for prison,
yeah, it depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah, that too.
There are many crackheads in prison that smoke that up in one day
or two.
Yeah, yes. Or they've already smoked it up and they're really just paying back.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, it's what was I about to say about the checks?
How everybody gets them and people scamming and using other people's names.
So if you went by the traditional means, they took the money and put it on your books. Mm-hmm. So it's on your commissary account. You can buy food, you can buy fan, you can withdraw it from your commissary account and send it to your family. But most people was doing it on the phone and just having it sent. I got mine sent home. I had a bank account, so I got mine sent to my bank account, and then I got another one sent home and had actual physical check. And then my mom just cashed it for me.
Okay, so around the holidays, you're cooking summer sausages. What other kind of foods are you cooking for the holidays, and how?
Oh, we're going
What's
crazy.
the last meal that we made together before you left?
I'm not sure. I like cooking. I like cooking, period. Like, before going to prison, I liked cooking. So,
Yeah.
like, you have to be innovative with cooking in prison. But, like, if you know cooking techniques and you, like, make something with different layers and different flavors. Like, there's some people that'll take everything, throw it in a bag, and put some hot water on it. Instead, they make, like, no, that's not cooking. You gotta cook the noodles separate, and then you cut up the sausages, and then you might marinate the sausage and let it sit for a minute, and then you make, like, you could turn cheese puffs into a cheese sauce, and you add some mayonnaise and hot sauce and seasoning. Yeah, and then you layer it, and you make it look nice. Like, we're eating the same thing every day. It doesn't matter, but you make it look nice. You put different flavors, add dimension to it.
Right.
You know, it's like kind of a way to break the monotony.
So for the holidays, what did you guys like? Summer sausage? Did you have canned cranberry? I love canned cranberry.
No, I mean, they had
In the chow hall.
they had the stuff in the chow hall.
Yeah, like, okay, what we do sometimes, like for certain things, like vegetables, onions, bell peppers. What else do we have? Cabbage.
Tomatoes, cucumbers.
We would go to the kitchen man who works in the kitchen, which I've worked in the kitchen for a while.
I worked in the kitchen for a little bit. Great hustle.
Yeah, we would pay the kitchen man to bring back whatever produce we need.
Yeah.
And they bring it back, whether it be anything from the kitchen, butter, produce, fruits,
sugar,
sugar, yeast,
grits.
Yeah.
Oh man, did I tell you about that time? You remember that time when I was cooking liquor. I was partnered with Booby, and he's Booby is what you would call a big old blood.
Shout out to Booby.
Yeah, Booby is big old blood. And people did whatever he said, right? And so we're in business together. Like, he's getting all the ingredients, and I'm cooking the liquor, and we're divvying up the profit, right? Mm-hmm. Man, one day this guy pulled up at my door. He was like, "You're outsider, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Here," and handed me a 50-pound bag of grits.
50 pounds?
Yes. I'm like, what? What am I supposed to do with it's to make liquor.
Could you get in trouble for having that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So what'd you do with 50 pounds?
Put it under my bed.
Yeah, you just hide it.
They can't find that under your bed? I mean,
it was during, so like this was like at the beginning, middle, like this was during COVID.
So people weren't trying to mess around.
So they weren't like really, they weren't doing inspection like that. They weren't really doing shakedowns like that.
Yeah, when COVID started, we
didn't have a shakedown for like almost over a year probably.
Mm-hmm. Well, until this idiot decided to stab me. And that was the first shakedown in like a whole year after COVID started.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
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 It was crazy how COVID started too, because like we're going through our normal like everyday routine. You get into your routine, and then one day it happened that there was an incident in one of the dorms. Somebody, got stabbed, and so they put the whole camp on lockdown. Mm-hmm. And then we just stayed on lockdown.
Yeah, we're wondering like, what's
going on.
Yeah.
And then we come off lockdown, and they come around and bring everybody sandwiches. That was the first time they brought the sandwiches.
That's when COVID
the
started
very first
me.
week
Like,
when they brought them sandwiches.
It's like, well, hold on. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Y'all give
Why
us
are you
lunch.
feeding us?
Well, you don't get food on Saturdays?
No, you don't get lunch on the weekends.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Feed
you get breakfast and dinner.
Why?
Gotta keep them slaves in shape,
I don't know.
So, wow. A question that I was thinking about, and this is a hard one, but so when they give you the same amount of portions every day, when you're going to chow, and it's not Thanksgiving.
Not really. It depends. Like, it depends what it is. Mm-hmm. It depends, like, what order you guys go to chow. So, like, say they have something that, like, beef mac. It's something that not everybody is going to want, so not everybody's going to go up there. So, like, the first dorm, they'll probably get standard portions. But, like, if you're the last dorm and they have so much food left, they're just going to start heaping it on the plates. Mm-hmm. But then when it comes to something like chicken.
Oh, yeah, niggas go crazy for chicken.
One chicken for everybody. You can't, like, you would think that they're giving out gold in the chow hall the way you got officers all down the wall.
Yeah.
The warden is in the chow hall, like, it's chicken.
Trying to catch them doo-woppers. Trying to doo-wop.
Yeah.
You got to learn about the doo-wop later on.
Oh yeah. That reminds me. There was a game that I wanted to play. I wanted to come up with a list of chain gang slang and see if you
Oh, that sounds
can
fun.
comprehend what it means.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds fun. Let's finish this food conversation. So just to kind of finish my question, so you would get different portions on different day depending on what they were
Yeah, just like
serving.
if your day, like just
But-
what order the dorm, like just.
But
it varies.
were you guys hungry when you were in there?
Yes.
Okay.
If you had to survive, if you had to live just off of what they fed you, yes.
And yes, I felt like that when I was in there, but like realistically, they fed us enough.
They fed us just
But
enough to not die.
Here's the thing, though. Like, we're sitting in there, and what comforts you is food. You know,
Yeah.
good taste of something comforts you. So we're always wanting to eat because that's close comfort that we have that we can purchase. You know, I got honey buns in here. I got this in
Yeah.
here. You know, I got this little food. And so a lot of times when I ate in there, I wasn't hungry. I really wasn't. Like,
Well, yeah, you weren't like hungry,
No.
but it was like you want.
I just wanted food because
Yeah.
I wanted to feel good. I wanted to be comfortable. So a lot of us, we comfort eating there.
like you know that feeling where it's like you're full but you want to eat something. Like it's like it's like
I do.
I didn't satisfy the right taste bud. It's
Yeah.
not that my stomach isn't full, it's that I didn't satisfy the right taste bud. And
Because
so-
I would
Yeah,
come back from
I
shop and be
understand
full. It's like, oh yeah, I'm full. A few minutes later, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to eat that pocket or
like
that,
it's stuff
whatever
you,
I
like
made.
you just see stuff.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we're so devoid, like we don't have access to things. Every other commercial on TV is about food.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
other you don't realize it until you don't
Until
have
you're hungry.
access to food.
Yeah,
and
until
then
you're
you're like,
hungry.
damn, every commercial on this TV is about food.
Yeah. So when you guys would do these big cooking days on the holidays, on different holidays, you know, Thanksgiving, so you would cook it, and then would you like make plates together and sit together and eat?
Sometimes.
if you with your
With
group,
your, like,
with the
your
people that
little
you
circle,
kick it with,
yeah.
Like in somebody's room or where?
Yeah, sometimes.
It depends. Like if you like,
Depends how many people it is. Like if it was just the
you
two of us,
like the Bloods might have the whole table over here. They might get these two tables and set stuff up on it.
Right.
And you know, they pretty much claim that table. Okay, that's all Bloods over there. The Muslims, even though they don't celebrate Christmas, they might just happen to have a meal on Christmas.
Yeah.
And they'll be over here, and nobody's like us. We're small enough to be in a room somewhere. You
Yeah.
know, we can cook and we can go eat. in
or
the
we
room.
could just
So
you
you're
know use
telling
one
me
table
you
if
guys
it's.
would spend a lot of holidays together, just you two?
Well,
I mean, we had a
Steve,
circle of friends. Yeah, Steve, Red,
Red.
Nacho. Sometimes just
yeah, when he's not fucked up.
yeah. You just have a certain like when you're forced to be around people, you're gonna choose to be around the people that you get along with or the people that you
Of
like.
course.
And so we have a small little group of us.
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah, Theodore. Yeah, I think the most my last memorable meal was with Meadows and goddamn, what's his name? Damn it, Meadows' partner, light skin. He fucked my tattoo up.
I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't think I was in the dorm with you at that point.
Man, no, you
Yeah, because me and Meadows were never in the dorm together.
Yeah, but we got salmon. We made like a fish bowl with rice, and what else did we make? We made something else major. Oh, we made this pudding with the bananas, graham crackers, cinnamon.
Yeah, you learn. You
and something
definitely,
else from out of the channel.
you definitely learn how to be creative.
Especially if you have the spices kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see. I
so
mean, you
nice,
have
right?
different, like, of course, all the ramen noodles come with a seasoning packet. They sell bottles of seasoning on the package.
Yeah, the hot and spicy.
They had the vegetable flakes. They had like Cajun seasoning. So that
Asian
helps.
sauce was the best.
Oh, that Asian sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know what flavor that was because I don't think it was an actual flavor. Like it was something.
Asian flavor.
Yeah, it just said Asian sauce. Like I don't know. It just said Asian sauce.
If Asia tasted like anything, it tasted like that.
That sauce was great.
So anything else notable about the holiday food, particularly?
I mean, you get like they come around and give you like a holiday package. You know.
On
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Usually it got to the point.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
especially
we got-
during the program, you kind of started to get them more often. But the one you would get on like Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Christmas would be a little bit bigger. So it'd be like a couple packs of cookies, some crackers, maybe a summer sausage, chips.
And it's different at each
popcorn.
prison too.
Yeah.
Because when I was at Baldwin they have like 20 different churches that cater to them as far as like donations and stuff.
Right.
So the Christmas that I spent at Baldwin and New Year, they gave us like $50 worth of hygiene and $50 worth of food in 2 bags
Or
to everyone. And I was in the hole at
like
the time.
a chain gang $50 or like a
No,
free
like-
$50?
Package $50. Like
Okay.
yeah. So or not Hancock, but Baldwin, they pretty much they take care of you
Yeah, and when I was
because
at
the church does it.
yeah, when I was at Smith, there was this lady, Miss Kim. She's a Korean lady. She works up front. I'm not sure what she does exactly, but she does a lot of stuff with like the Korean community, and they contribute a lot of stuff to the prison. So like they always had a good food pack. Like one year they gave out Korean food to everybody. It was like noodles and cabbage
Yeah.
Where at?
and at Smith.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know. I was only there for one Christmas, so I don't know if that's something that they do every year or not. But yeah, and then you have like the chaplain would come around and he'd give out his little stuff. Not the chaplain at Hancock. he was the worst chaplain ever.
Hancock had the worst chaplains.
He looked like
all of them were messed up.
He looked like a cartoon character, dude.
You're talking about the last one.
No, the black guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
with the limp.
Yeah, dude. He always had the big old shoe. Like he looked like a cartoon character.
Yeah, he looked like a clown.
Matter of fact, you know the comic Curtis?
No.
Okay, there's a
Yeah.
comic that comes. It's like a Sunday comic, Curtis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little black
The
kid.
black cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad. That's the chaplain.
That's funny. Okay. Wow. All right. So we've discussed food. I think and this is kind of a good segue because I'd written down talking about religious services. So how does the day go on holidays? I mean, are you eating then going to religious service? Or at all? Or,
It just
or some
depends.
people-
Some years it was different before. Like the way COVID changed the world out here, it changed the world in there too. So it was like different before COVID, but like they would do Christmas service for like the Christians, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they might have a non-denominational service.
Not on Christmas though.
No, yeah, it was never on
Yeah, we
Christmas.
never-
It would usually be like the Wednesday before or something like that, but it would never be on Christmas.
So every week in prison they offer a religious service for all religions?
Yes.
Or-
So yeah,
Jumu'ah's on Friday.
Jumu'ah on Fridays.
Church
Church is usually like Tuesdays and Thursdays. They usually do 2 days a week. Church.
Yeah, church.
They do Jehovah's Witness like I want to say like on a Tuesday afternoon or like Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
No, they did those on Fridays.
Was it Friday?
I think Friday.
Yeah, because
like before
and Fizz
Jehovah.
used to go up there.
Yeah. So they would do that. They had a Catholic service. They had Kairos that would come in, which
Oh yeah.
What?
Kairos. So Kairos is like these group of different religious leaders. There was a priest, different types of pastors, just different people in different levels of ministry, pretty much. And they would come in, and they would just minister to us. And like a lot of people talk about Kairos because you get a lot of food. So like you go up there and you get food, and they brought pizza. They had like Sunday buffets.
So you did have access to some.
But everybody couldn't go to Kairos,
No,
so you have to
Kairos is
sign up.
Special selection, and it comes like once a month.
Yeah, it comes
once every
once
2
every
months.
2 months.
Yeah.
It comes every month, but then they rotate sides. Like the east side go one month, and then the west side will go 1 month.
Okay, so let me ask you this: you said Kairos is for the ministry and church and stuff. Yeah, that's crazy because I've always thought that Kairos is just for the food. Like,
Yeah.
that's what everyone goes there for.
That's what everybody
Like,
goes there for. But
look,
it's
you
crazy.
you could be a big blood. You could
Did
be
you-
a big crip. You're
Yeah.
gonna sign up for Kairos.
Did you ever go to Kairos?
No, I never
Okay,
did. I
so
could never get on the list.
it's hard to get on, but once you're on the list, you're on the list for the rest of your term.
Yeah.
So you've been doing that?
So you can always go. So I got to go to Kairos. It took me a long time. I probably, after being in prison 10 years, I probably didn't get to go to Kairos till like maybe 7.5 years in.
Wow.
Yeah. And so you go, and these people, they come in and they just sit with you, and you do biblical discussions, but then also it's like you're talking to you like you're a man, like face to face. Like
Treating you like
they're
a
not
man.
treating you like anything. Like these people are taking time out of their day. They're not getting paid to come in here.
Yeah.
They're bringing food. They're just
Which
coming
they're
to-
paying for.
which they're paying for. They're coming and speaking and preaching the word of God, but not in a way where it's like, you guys are all going to hell. You guys are all sinners. It's like, no, this is what Kairos is. This is like this unconditional love. And so when you hear about Kairos, you hear about it for the food, and you go up there because you're like, I'm going to go up here and eat. but you actually get something out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a religious person at all. I believe in a higher power, but I don't believe in religion that's man-made,
Right.
construct, all that. Kairos really, like, I felt that energy. Like, they give you like, each person a plastic bag full of letters, like, that they each hand wrote. So each individual person gets a handwritten letter from each of the ministers. It's like, you guys actually took the time to do this.
After they meet with you or before?
It's so Kairos is like a 3-day event. You have the walk and then you have reunions. So the walk is like when you go for your first time, you're there for 3 days and you do all the activities.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. And you eat and you do group activities. And then on the 3rd day is when they give you the letters. And like I said, each individual person that is there got an individually handwritten letter from each of the ministers.
Wow.
So it's like you feel the love. Like you feel like there are people that actually care. Because the guards don't care. The counselors don't care. Like, but these people that are taking the time to actually use their own personal resources and time and money.
How do you spell that, what you're talking about?
Kairos. Kairos.
Yeah, they probably have a
but
site.
like, what is it? Like Egyptian or something? I don't get it.
It's Greek. It's a Greek word, and it's like the different types of love. How they have like agape, and I believe Kairos is one of the types of love.
Oh.
I could be 100%
nice.
wrong. Matter of fact,
Ask Siri about it.
I'll
So
look it
did
up
you
right
guys so did you guys go week? So Kairos was a 3-day thing, like once a year, but then also do they have weekly or monthly service or something? I understand. Kairos is separate from those religious
Yeah, it's-
Christianity.
yeah.
And
Yeah, you didn't have
Anyone could sign up
anybody could sign up for Kairos.
But of course, the Muslims are frowned upon when they sign up. For
Yeah,
it.
they get.
It's like, man, what you doing going up there, man, for the food? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. You come back, we give you lashes.
Wow. So did you guys attend religious services on Christmas?
I did not.
It depends if we have to pass something. You know, if I have to pass something to the west side, and
Oh,
on the
yeah.
east side, we'll go to church. and
That's
we'll
the
pass
best.
it.
That's the best. That's
Wow. Yeah, that chair's broken.
oh,
Yeah.
it's
Broken before you sat on it. So
that's the best. I wouldn't say the best thing, but that's what it gets used for the most. The religious services.
is
because,
passing between dorms.
yeah,
Passing stuff between dorms.
Between
How would
sides
you do
of the-
that,
the
or
prison.
sides of the prison?
Okay, well,
What does that mean?
for the
Sides
longest,
of the prison versus dorms.
okay, you have
Same
like
thing.
a
So you all right. So when you come to the prison, you have like you said, you have the front, like up front where all the front door, the main office, visitation room, all that is. So then you have the walk. You go this way to the east side, this way to the west side.
yeah.
So
So,
on the
it's
east side you
divided
have
into two sections,
Right.
Like as far as the prison goes.
so in the east side you have H building and I building. Each building has 2 dorms. On the west side you have E, F,
G.
and G. G is the hole, and E was the hole, and then it turned into a real dorm, and that was
Again, yeah.
that was the projects. That was a science experiment, is what that was.
Yeah, that shit was.
They turned it from the hole, and it was just like an empty dorm. Like the hole is built exactly the same as the regular dorm, except there's no plugs in the room, and
There's a flap on the door.
and there's a flap on the door.
that they lift up and put your food in.
Right. So then once they turned the hole into a regular dorm, they just moved people over there.
Yeah, they
Like,
left
just-
everything how it was.
It
and
left
put
it
them in
exactly
there.
how it was. They just unlocked the doors, and then they moved everybody in there.
Jesus. So then in the middle you had your religious services and the chow
Right.
room.
Yeah. So like,
so you would meet in the middle for church. Whoever wanted to go, whoever wanted to go whenever they wanted to go?
yeah, when like it's a time for church, they'll come open the front door of your dorm. Like church call, and
Yeah,
if you
you
want to
got 5
go,
minutes,
you got
come
5
on.
minutes. Get ready and
Yeah.
Like you could tell who's actually going to church for church because they'll be sitting up there waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be sitting up there. They have their Bible. Like they're ready to go to church.
Then you
You
got
can
some
tell-
last minute people like, hey, bro,
hold on.
I gotta go.
I'm
I gotta go
coming.
past this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're putting their belt
So
on,
what were
running
you
to the
guys
door.
passing?
Anything, whatever people were buying.
Phones.
How did
phones,
you-
drugs.
Chargers.
How did
yeah.
you hide that stuff as you were walking? Was it scary to do that kind of interaction?
It
or-
depends on. Like you just got to know you got to know what's going on that day. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who's on the walk, what officers up front, what warden, who's on duty, all that.
Yeah.
How did
pretty
you
much.
hide phones when
In your pocket.
Yeah, you put it in your pocket. Maybe put it in your underwear,
Yeah.
up front, just in case your pockets get patted down,
If it's cold and you have coats, you put it in your coat.
Mm.
And most people have their coat cut out so they put their stuff in the lining of the coat.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because remember, like, we were talking about tablets last
Oh,
week,
yeah.
and I'd be loaded down with tablets. I'd be walking down the
Really?
walk. Yeah, I'd have like 5 tablets on me walking down the walk. Like, if I get caught, like, I'm going to the hole. All of these, whoever's tablet I have, we're all getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Like,
And then with the whole thing about being scared and getting in trouble and stuff, like after doing so much time and you understand how prison works and the way things work where we are.
yeah, there's really no getting in trouble.
Yeah,
like, what can
it's
they
like-
do to
it's
you?
like,
You're
okay,
already
yeah.
in prison. The only thing you can do is move me. Like,
Yeah,
that's
first
it.
of all, if I'm dumb enough to walk out here and get caught by this officer on the walk, because I'm doing something obvious, that's on me. So I should know that I'm about to go to the hole.
Yeah.
So whenever I did any missions, like have to go drop something off, go pick up knives or drop off knives or phones or whatever, I scope out the scene, and once I make my decision, I'm going from point A to point B, I do it.
Yeah, you got to move with confidence,
yeah,
too.
and if someone tries to stop me, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to make it to point B because the goal is to make it to point B so you can drop your shit off.
How would you know who you were gonna drop something to or who needed something? How was communication? Because you had phones, you would communicate through phones.
Yeah, even when you don't have phones, you have people that work the walk. So
Yeah.
like they might come. Like the front of each dorm is a big window. So if there's somebody that's on the walk, they can walk from dorm to dorm and like relay messages.
Yeah, they might be at the window right here like, hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
they'd be
call
like,
outsider.
Is the walk an exercise thing?
No, it's just a sidewalk. It's literally
Yeah,
a sidewalk that connect. It's a big circle, and
Yeah.
you have your dorms on the sidewalk, and then there's the chow hall, and then the gate to go up front.
Yeah, and then you have the yard.
And then inside the
yard in the
inside
middle.
the middle was
The yard.
the exercise yard, the rec yard.
Cool. So we talked. What else about religious services on the holidays or in general?
Well, what's unique now? The Wiccans, people that are practice craft, witchcraft or whatever. What they do, like the Yule, about Yule.
Like where
Well,
Yuletide comes from.
Yeah, the Yuletide. Well, yeah, they'll have
I know. Yeah, that
The
saying,
few-
but I don't know much about it.
yeah the few Wiccans that I knew, they would get together, and they'd cook little food and they'd say the Wiccan read and all that, and just kind of celebrate with each
They say
other.
make the Yuletide gay, right? In that song. What does that mean?
Make it happy.
Yeah, make it happy.
It's a Yuletide.
I don't know.
It's the time, like Christmas time.
Yeah, it's like
the
Yuletide is
it's
the
a
time-
it's a
time of year.
Time. I thought it was tide. This
It is.
was-
It's Yuletide.
Tide. It's a time of the year. It's Yule.
Oh, Yule.
We'll have to look that up.
Oh,
I
Yuletide
have
is
information on
it's just the Christmas season, the season of an ancient German pagan holiday,
Yeah.
centering around the winter solstice.
So they would get together and what now?
Just eat and talk about their beliefs. Their Wiccan things. They might do a few spells, little rituals and stuff. Just little small things to bring like good cheer and prosperity for the next year. Same thing that people do
Same
in religion.
sentiment.
Yeah, it's all like
all
what
the
do you do
same.
on any holiday? You eat,
Sentiment.
then
Eat and try to be happy. Try
yeah,
to
be
as
happy,
as you
be
can
with family, celebrate,
And hope for a good year.
So did you get more? More visitation time on the holidays or not?
Actually, it's hard. Or I think they schedule the visitation in blocks on the holidays
Yeah.
because during the week, like during the regular visitation weekend or whatever, it's visitation like what 9 to 3, 9 to 2.
it used to be. Remember when COVID happened?
Oh, yeah, after
They stopped
COVID,
doing all that
yeah.
shit.
But it was
before
like
I left,
it was like 9 to 2 before COVID, and like
you stayed there
when
all
my
day.
when my mom comes to visit me, she didn't come every week. Like you have some people that get visits every weekend, but when my mom comes to visit me, we're gonna be there from the 9 to 2. You know, during Christmas because of there's gonna be a higher volume of people trying to visit. They kind of want you to limit how long you sit there. Like they didn't actually. I don't think they actually put an official limit on it.
But they're trying
yeah.
to move people in and out.
Well,
You can't-
Right, because
Since you've been
more
gone.
people are going to be wanting to come visit on Christmas.
Well, since you've been gone, what they do, visitation is only 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, only 2 hours now.
That's crazy.
And they have like certain blocks on when you do them. So when your people call for visitation, it's like, okay, I want my visitation from 9 to 11, from 11 to,
That's
you only get
crazy
2 hours.
because when I did visitation, that would be pointless because, for one, it takes 2 hours for my mom to get to the prison. Mm-hmm. So why would you drive for 2 hours to sit for 2 hours to drive for 2 more hours? No, it's different to drive for 2 hours. And then, well, she would.
Yeah, but you don't want them to do that.
Yeah, I don't want you to do that.
Dangerous on these streets.
And it's like, that's almost pointless.
You know what happened to Swag's mom, huh? She died on the way to visit him.
I didn't know. I knew she passed away while he was in prison.
Yeah, while she was on the way to come see him.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the reason why we don't like our people traveling like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially, like, most of the prisons in Georgia, with the exception of few, like very few, but most of them, they're, like, out in the country, like, in the middle of nowhere. Like,
yeah, it's a perfect place for them.
So I don't want my folks having to drive, you know what I'm saying? Especially us being people of color and, you know, the history that we have.
Yeah, and you go out here to the sticks and black folks on the dark road, you know, and they come up missing.
Yikes. Because I had on, you know, just visitation as the last topic to talk about in terms of the holidays. Because, I mean, unless you guys have other just crazy stories of things that have happened on the holidays that are worth discussing. I mean,
I remember, like, one year I was in the dorm with, I don't know if I should say his name or not. Everybody calls him Unc. How about that? You know Unc, right?
Yeah, there's many Uncs.
Yeah, Unc, though. Anyway, he was like the big dope man of the prison, not just the dorm, the prison. This man had so much money.
Oh, you talking about Unc?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This man had and I loved being in the dorm with him because that guy.
Yeah. Christmas. No, I'm talking about Christmas.
So so yeah, he out of his own pocket made food for everybody in the dorm. He was like probably like 2 days before. He's like, look, on Saturday afternoon, 12 o'clock, everybody get a bowl and come get in line. And that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, you do have people that would do that.
Yeah. Especially people that make a lot of
in the same day. You didn't have it sit, right?
He cooked. They made it.
Now, he
didn't cook it. He just paid it. He paid people to cook it.
Yeah, like noodles and stuff don't go bad. It's nothing but salt on it anyways. You might have that stuff made already.
Most of the stuff that we had, none of it really went bad. Like, I wouldn't want to keep out like tuna or sardines out too long.
That wouldn't last for me anyways.
But like, as far as anything that we can buy off commissary, none of it really went bad.
Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say when we're talking about food. So, obviously you guys were there for a long time. Do you ever miss the food? Like, do you ever miss? I mean, because you must have developed a palate for it. I mean, I know you eat sardines sometimes.
I do like. I still like sardines.
I love sardines. Yeah. I've been eating them before. Some things will just never change.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've had a pack of ramen noodles since I've been out.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I don't think I have. And it's like, I don't know, dude. I ate it so much. Like, I don't.
Yeah, of course you don't want that shit.
I don't want that. Like, we have so many options out here.
Why do you want it though?
Oh,
just
I mean,
like ramen?
No, I like eggs and Parmesan cheese with my ramen, and I was not able to do that all these years. So yes,
so
I came home and made me some eggs with my ramen, and I put so much Parmesan.
I did actually have ramen at the restaurant, like at a restaurant.
Oh yeah,
good ramen.
You know, that's
real ramen.
That's what's new to me. Like all these new ramen spots.
Oh yeah,
you know, and then how expensive the ramen is.
Making a killing on it now, right?
Yeah.
Now there are nice restaurants, you know, because anime always has ramen and stuff like that in it.
Right.
So there's this place we went to called Kaya. Kaya give us money, and they have a nice restaurant, and they have a bunch of like Naruto, Dragon Ball, you know, them eating ramen. Right. But it's a cool little spot.
Yeah,
I like the vibe, but just not the price.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's take a break and get back to it.
Yep. Yeah, I got lost in my thoughts earlier when I was talking.